Hey guys, Nathan Brendan Masters. A few days ago, I talked about drawing. Before I had sketchbooks, I would draw on scraps of Bristol board, and sometimes those scraps actually ended up in books. And some of you may recognize some of this stuff. But before I jump into it, guys, remember I am still trying to get my first 1,000 subscribers. So if you like this kind of content, please like the video, subscribe, leave comments, ask questions. It all really helps to push the channel forward. Thank you guys for your support. Let's jump into it.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars.
So I did this video a while ago on my main channel, but I think it could be recontextualized now with me having quite a few books and variations of books under my belt. And these are some of the pages I've used in my books or variations of, like this. This is Ashen. If you have Hexcraft Mechanics, you probably remember that picture from the end of the book. This is from the original version of Hexcraft Mechanics. It was going to be a sci-fi fantasy manga comic. Here's Montague and Patrica from Epitaph Bread and Salt, the ongoing series before it became what is now known as Hexcraft Mechanics. The original version of Night Phoenix, who, like Victor Locke, was a demon hunter. He was a demon hunter superhero. Nowadays, his stories are more sci-fi, leaving the supernatural stuff, of course, to Victor. If you've ever wondered what my superhero art looks like, well, this is it. This is Rebecca. She's a friend, possible love interest for Victor Locke. She's a member of the Defenders of Eden, and she is Sarah Hassan's sister. Sarah, of course, is the Fist of God. This was Zombie Girl when we were going to do the Epitaph Jacked manga. And what we did here was we blended Lauren and Cassie into one character. She has Lauren's dark hair instead of her blonde hair. She's pale and doesn't have any stitching. And she was brought back to life by supernatural means instead of use of the life elixir. Although there was some alchemy happening with the life elixir as well. So the supernatural does play some kind of role in Cassie's rebirth. This is the original design for Ash Kimber from the original Hexcraft Mechanics. See where I was trying to work out the face here? That top image did actually make it into one of the pages, but the book never came out. I was trying to merge a manga style and a tagger style, and there was a lot of influence from Trent Kanunuga, who used to draw the comic book Creed. I loved his artwork. I just thought it was amazing. I was a big fan of his back in the day. He actually has a YouTube channel, and he does a lot of digital work now. It looks amazing. It's crazy good. He specializes in fantasy and concept art. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. I think you'll like his stuff. It's really nice. Speaking of fantasy, this is another character from the original Hexcraft Mechanics. I forget her name, but she was the captain of the Amazon Guard. She reported directly to the Queen, who I believe's name was Diana. It was like a nod to Wonder Woman. Her and Ash were originally enemies, and of course they end up working together. And you won't believe who this is. This is the original version of Eunice. The older, balding guy who controls the rat demons and all that. He started out as a manga character in Hexcraft Mechanics. He was pretty much the same character, except he was the leader, and his group were the Hexcraft Mechanics. You guys know Damius, one of the very few male members of the Sisterhood of Lilith. I had the panels done, so I drew this and scanned it, and I just kind of positioned it on the page. Just made it look a little bit more visually interesting. This was from an actual Night Phoenix comic book. You see the backgrounds are blank, and that's because I would drop in the backgrounds in post. I could do the cool superhero poses, but stuff like just drawing a dead-on shot of the character's face would throw me off. So Yeah, this is Erica, or Bad Karma, as you know her, from the new Hexcraft Mechanics books. She's a vigilante vampire. She was turned into a vampire because she cheated with a man whose wife turned out to be a witch. She cursed her with vampirism, and her husband died under mysterious circumstances after suffering from strange pains over several months that the doctors couldn't find any reason for. So, of course, things weren't like today, and you didn't have all the technology to see what was what. So, we'll never know. This is Amara, who used to be a Hexcraft Mechanics member, and now she is a Sisterhood of Lilith member. You guys remember when I did my last sketchbook tour, I drew a picture of her as one of the last pages. That was for the Canson sketchbook tour. But that's it, guys. That's some of my older artwork. Hope you enjoyed it. You guys take it easy. Nathan Brendan Masters. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave comments, all that good stuff. Awesome.